Okay, today we're going to do conic sections. The circle. A circle is a set of points in the plane that are equidistant from a fixed point on the plane. That just means if you took a cone and you sliced it in half using a sheet of paper, you would form a circle. The base of a cone is also a circle. The equation of a circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. You might remember h and k was the vertex in a parabola. Well, in a circle, h and k represent the center. And the radius is the distance from the center to a point xy on the circle. So, for example, if you were given a circle with a center of 3, -1, and a radius of 4, we could simply write the equation for this using the general form, the standard form of the equation. This is the standard form. So, h is 3 and k is -1. So we plug those into the equation, and then r is equal to 4, so 4 squared is equal to 16. Hence the equation for the circle. This is a different one. Find the equation of the circle with the center of -1, -16, and the point on the circle, -4, -16. Once again, we fill in what we know in the equation, and then we solve for what we don't know in order to complete the equation. We have our h and our k, so we plug in -1 for h, -16 for k. And then the point on the circle is filled in for the x and y, because that is the point and the x and the y coordinates. So x is -4, y is -16. Simplifying this, we get 3 squared plus 0 squared, because -4 and minus a -1 is simply -4 plus 1, which gives you 3. And then -16 minus a -16 is -16 plus 16, which gives you 0. Now we have 3 squared is r squared, or r squared is equal to 9. This finishes our equation. X plus 1 squared plus y plus 16 squared equals 9. Now this one's a little tricky, because they don't give you the radius, they give you the circumference. So we have to solve for the radius. We do plug in our h and our k, so we have x plus 3 squared plus y minus 7 squared. But in order to find the radius square, we have to use the information from a circumference. And you should know that a circumference is equal to 2 pi r. So therefore, 2 pi r is equal to 12 pi. And 2r is equal to 12, because you can divide both sides by pi and cancel it out. And then we can divide both sides by 2, giving us r equals 6. We can then place that into the equation under the r squared, 6 squared, and then simplifying that, we're going to get 36. So this is our solution equation. Sometimes, and this is where I messed up on the first slide, that was standard form, we are given an equation in general form. This long, ugly-looking equation is general form, but we can easily convert it to standard form. I've also seen it written as center radius form. Sometimes the terminology can get confusing, but realize this is just a different form of the circle of an equation. An equation of a circle. Alright, so let's start. In order to do this, we're going to have to use completing the square with both x and y. So we combine our associate our x's together and associate our y's together. and then we put blanks for where we're going to put in the values that complete the square. When we do x squared plus 6x, remember we take half the middle term, so we're going to have to take half of 6x, which is 3, and 3 squared is going to give me 9. We're also going to have to take half of 4, square it, which will give you 4, and put it in the second blank. So half of 6 is 3. 3 squared gives me 9. And notice, not only do I have to add it on the left-hand side, but I also have to add it on the right-hand side as well. And then for the y squared, we take half of 4, which is 2, square it, and add it to the left-hand side, where the green 4 is. And then we have to add it on the right-hand side as well. Now, simplifying this equation, we have completed the square. The first term becomes x plus 3 squared. The second grouping with y becomes y minus 2 squared. And then adding 12 and 9 and 4 gives me 25. Our center of our circle will then be negative 3, 2, and our radius will be 5. So to graph that, it looks like this. The center is at negative 3, 2, and if we count out from the center 5 spaces, left, right, up, down, we can draw our equation. We can draw our graph of our circle. Well, I hope this answers most of your questions. There are special cases, and each time we have to solve them separately, and it's not possible to give you every possible scenario. But you're all smart. Sure, you can take it from here. See you tomorrow.